Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving deep into your body's amazing command and control center. We're going to explore the high-speed network that keeps you safe from danger and the incredible silent systems that keep everything inside you perfectly balanced. All right, let's get into it. So, think about this for a second. You accidentally touch a hot pan, and your hand just recoils, right? It's already moving back before your brain even has a chance to process the word ouch. So how on earth does that happen? Well, it's not magic. It's actually one of the most efficient and vital defense systems you have. And this right here is what's happening underneath the surface. It's basically a biological high-speed messaging service. A signal literally zips from your fingertip up your arm and tells your muscle to pull back, all in a tiny fraction of a second. Now, the hero behind this incredible superpower, that's your nervous system. You can think of it as the master command center, the complex wiring that connects every single part of your body and makes this kind of lightning-fast teamwork possible. A good way to picture it is like a biological superhighway, or maybe your body's own private internet. Its job is to take in information, figure out what it means, and then send out commands to control absolutely everything you do, from breathing and thinking to, you guessed it, yanking your hand off that hot stove. So the basic building block of this whole network is this guy, the neuron. This is the messenger. Information comes in through those little branchy parts called dendrites. It gets processed in the main cell body, and then a new electrical signal gets fired down that long tail, the axon, to be passed on. And what's really important is that this path is strictly one way. A stimulus, like heat, kicks things off at the dendrites. That electrical pulse then travels the whole length of the axon. And from the very end, the axon terminal, the message gets sent on to the next cell in the line. It's like a perfectly efficient little relay race. So how does that message actually jump from one neuron to the next one? Well, here's the cool part. It doesn't. See, there's a teeny tiny gap between them called a synapse. To get across, the electrical signal triggers a release of chemical messengers. These are called neurotransmitters. They float across that gap and then kickstart a brand new electrical signal in the next neuron. It's this beautiful handoff from electrical to chemical and right back to electrical again. All right, so now we know how the messages travel. Let's look at the nervous systems first, and you could argue most critical mission, protecting the body with those unbelievably fast automatic responses. This is what we call a reflex action, and the most important word here is involuntary. You don't think about it, you don't decide to do it. See, for maximum speed, the signal takes a shortcut. Instead of traveling all the way up to the brain for a committee decision, the command to move comes directly from the spinal cord. And this entire shortcut pathway is called the reflex arc. It goes like this. Receptors in your skin scream, danger. The message shoots along a sensory neuron straight to the spinal cord. There, a relay neuron immediately passes the signal to a motor neuron, which carries the command, contract, right back to the muscle. It's a direct, life-saving loop. And the final stop on that high-speed delivery route is right here, your muscles. They're the effectors. The second that signal from the motor neuron arrives, the muscle fibers contract instantly, pulling your body away from whatever's causing harm. Just a perfect, high-speed defense mechanism. But the nervous system isn't just about reacting to things on the outside. It has a second, equally critical mission. Constantly, and very quietly, managing your entire internal world. This brings us to a really cool concept called homeostasis. Now, that's just a fancy word for your body working around the clock to keep things like your temperature and water levels in a really narrow, stable, happy range. And a huge part of that is, well, taking out the trash, getting rid of toxic waste, a job that's handled by your excretory system. And just look at this super elegant system for keeping your water levels just right. If your brain detects that your blood is a bit too concentrated, meaning not enough water, your pituitary gland releases a hormone called ADH. This hormone tells your kidneys, hey, hold on to more water. But if there's too much water, it releases less ADH and the kidneys know to flush the extra out. It's a perfect self-correcting loop. This table really breaks it down nicely. Is your blood too concentrated because you're dehydrated? Okay, more ADH is released, and your kidneys produce less, more concentrated urine to save water. Have you had too much water to drink? Okay, less ADH gets released, and you get rid of the excess. Your brain is constantly making these little tweaks to keep your internal chemistry perfect. This whole system of constant adjustment is just amazing, but it totally relies on every part doing its job correctly. So what happens when a critical piece of the puzzle breaks down? Specifically, what happens when the kidneys, the body's master filters, just can't keep up anymore?
Well, the first signs can often show up in your urine. Things that shouldn't be there, like glucose or protein, start to appear because the kidneys aren't filtering properly. And if both kidneys fail completely, that's when things get really serious. Toxic waste products like urea build up in the blood, and it can become life-threatening.
When that happens, a dialysis machine can step in and take over the job. It basically acts as an artificial kidney. Your blood is pumped out of your body, it's filtered through a special membrane to get rid of all that waste, and then the nice, clean blood is returned. It's really an incredible piece of medical engineering. But, of course, it's not a perfect fix. Dialysis comes with some major drawbacks, like really restrictive diets and sitting hooked up to a machine for hours at a time. The other main option is a kidney transplant, which offers a ton more freedom, but, well, it comes with the huge risks of major surgery and your body potentially rejecting the new organ. It's a really complex and deeply personal choice for patients. Okay, so we've seen the nervous system handle split-second reflexes and the slow, steady job of keeping you balanced. So now, let's just zoom all the way out to the ultimate boss that oversees the entire operation, your incredible brain. The sheer scale of what's inside your head is just mind-boggling. Your brain has billions of these neurons all connected to each other. We're talking more connections in your brain than there are stars in our entire galaxy. It's this massive, dense network that allows for everything that makes you, you. Your thoughts, your memories, your personality, consciousness itself. And what's so amazing is how it's all organized, like a company with different departments. Your cerebrum is like the CEO, handling all the conscious thought and problem solving. The cerebellum is the coordination expert, managing your movement and balance. The medulla oblongata is the silent, tireless worker in the background, taking care of automatic stuff like your heartbeat. And the hypothalamus, that's the manager in charge of maintaining that perfect internal balance we talked about earlier. So just think, as you're sitting here right now, your body is performing millions of these incredible actions. It's defending you, it's regulating you, it's thinking, it's feeling. From the absolute fastest reflex to the slowest hormonal tweak, it's all part of this extraordinary, interconnected system running completely silently in the background. Pretty amazing when you stop to think about it, isn't it?